Hey, what's up everybody? This is Jay, and right here I have my Anycubic Kobra 3s, call them the twins, and I have them printing out a headphone stand. So it's gonna be like a big old dragon head, got it in red and in green, and we're gonna see how it comes out. But I also want to take the chance to talk about these printers. I ended up getting these printers over the Bamboo A1s because, well, for the price of 2 of those Bamboo A1s, I can get 3 of these Anycubic Kobras. Now, to tell you the truth, since I've got them, they printed, and they printed very well. There's some prints that came off of them right here. So they do print good, and they have good detail to it, and they print pretty fast, you know. Now the only thing is I did have to buy the camera separately, so, but I lucked out and ended up getting both cameras for the same price as one. The quality is okay. This one came together pretty nice. The screen looks nice and straight. Now the screens they use, I feel like they could have been better than that. Like the K1s, even the Elgu Century Carbon over here has a nice glass touchscreen. These are like a plastic. I mean, they're responsive, but I feel like it's like cheap. Plus this second one, this screen is kind of bent. Like when I got it and I went to put it on, this one is kind of bent. I don't know why it's like that. It came brand new out the box. I do like they are adjustable. I like that. But like I said, I think they could have added a better screen. Another thing too is, if you do not like wires in the front, you're not gonna like any of these wires. I think it's kind of stupid that they went ahead and added the USB for the camera here, even their Ace Pro over here. Oh, looks like I might be running into an issue right now. We'll see. Oops, I think I might have paused it by accident. Let me go ahead and resume. Okay, no, that was my bad. So, their Anycubic Ace Pro here. One of the reasons why I did go over the A1 for this one was because this actually has a built-in heater. The A1s do not. It's out in the open, and I wanted something where not only it can house the filament, I can dry the filament as well. I have this little Creality one here, and I just did not want to buy a really big one or a bunch of these little ones, even though this one does work pretty good, but I'll talk about that in another video. So since this was a dual combo and nobody else is doing it right now, I decided to go with this. So I can go ahead and preheat this printer for like 10 minutes, which I suggest you do before you even start printing. Go ahead and set the filament dryer for about 4 hours if I want to, then wait about 2 and then start printing. So that's one of the reasons why I want it. So dryer / multicolor unit. But like I said, let me go back to this. This is for the camera. So you got a USB in the front. You need a USB in there at all times just to do time lapses. I think that's stupid. There's other printers out there that don't even need that. This is also the connection here for the unit here, which I think that's pretty dumb. It should have went straight to the back. Now, one of the first things I did do was print out these, and I used PLA, the standard PLA for this. I know people recommend it, stronger material, but I just went with PLA. But I print out this stand that attaches to the printers. Both printers have it. and it holds the unit, the Ace Pro, right on top of the printers. And then I just ran your all the calibration tests, vibration tests and all that stuff, just to what is it, input shaper, just to kind of let it get the feel of it being on top of it. It wasn't that hard to put together. You do have a bunch of cables back here that run all the way down and up. Now at first I thought I was going to be confused, because I'm thinking there's 4 cables, how do I know which one goes where? You know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, is it 1, 2, 3, 4? But actually it doesn't even really matter, as long as you know what color is in what slot. It kind of just feeds it no matter what. I do like that the Bowden tubes are clear, so you can see the filament in it. I haven't had any filament get stuck in these units at all. I know people were complaining about that. That never happened to me. Now, the one thing that did happen is I was getting a lot of issues at first with the units, not liking every filament brand that I had. It worked great with the Elegoo brands. It worked great with the Bamboo brands, and of course it worked great with its own brand. Oh, it also worked good with the Crowley Hyper PLA. But there was some other brands, some low budget brands I tried, and it seemed to just constantly give me errors saying that the filament needs to be changed out, or that there was filament clogged or stuck, but that was not the issue. I just would take it out, pop in another filament brand, it would work perfectly, or go ahead and swap it to another section, like from 1, 2, 3, or 4, and I'll take it from 1 and put it on 4 or something, like if it was an empty slot like this, and it would just work. So I don't know, whatever that was, but there has been updates since then, and I haven't had that issue, you know, so I don't know, we'll see what happens, but so far I think it's fixed. Another thing too is, when I did pull these out the box, a lot of these wheels here and under the bed here were not tightened properly. I mean, the bed was just wiggling everywhere. One side was going up, the other side was kind of just following it. The wheels was not tight to it. So I do suggest, if you get this, make sure everything is tight. But if you have bed slingers before, you should know about that stuff already. But if you're new to the game, when you get it, pull it out the box, go over everything. Don't set up and then try to print. Just make sure everything is nice and tight. Get familiar with the printer. You know, the first thing you should probably be doing is trying to print things that's going to help you, just like how I did this stand here, and also this tube guide, because what you don't want is the tubes to bend enough where the filament tries to feed it in, and then it gives you that error. Another thing I did was print out these little blocks here that kind of just fit there on their own, and you put little bowling tubes, and what it does is kind of help guide the filament in. I feel like they work better. Another modification I did was there's little rolling pins inside. I can't show you right now, and I felt like they were kind of stiff, so I 3D printed, went on printables, 3D printed another version of it. I'll try to put it in the link in the description, and I'll try to show you a picture of it as well. And I added ball bearings to it, and way better, 10 times better, because as soon as any of these spools, whether you're using cardboard and you print out some guides to help it, or the spools are plastic, if they just snag a little bit, these machines are sensitive. It'll automatically think it's a clog and just go ahead and stop everything. And if you're doing something like this, which is like a 13-hour print, you don't want to wake up the next day and it's just sitting there a quarter of the way done. So, I'm trying to think of anything else. Like I said, so far so good. No complaints. There's still a couple of things I have to figure out. Like if I run out of black and I have an extra black in there, how that one takes over. Still haven't figured that out yet. The software is actually really good. It's basically Orca Slicer, which is like the best slicer out there. But it's, you know, Anycubic's little, you know, flair to it. The only thing I don't like is that it would be more convenient if they added more printers in there that I can use. You know, like the Anycubic's printers, but then maybe a couple other ones that are, you know, maybe some flagships for other printers, but they don't have it like that. They just kind of got selfish and put their own printers on there. So I find myself using the software for these printers. Oh, speaking of Orca Slicer, I stuck with the original software for these printers because I felt that it was more fine-tuned to these printers. It's Orca Slicer anyway. Plus, I kept getting this weird thing happening. Whenever I use the slicer that they provide, which I think is the Anycubic's Next, Slicer Next or whatever, which is basically, like I said again, Orca Slicer. When I use it, it homes the bed, no issues. When I use the regular Orca Slicer, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, it will just start and then slam into the bed and drag the nozzle along the bed. And I already had to replace one of the build plates on this machine because it just was really bad, and it kept doing it every once in a while. I don't know what was causing that issue. So when I went back to their software, which is essentially the same thing, but for some reason it just works. So I suggest just use it. Use their software, it's the same shit. Another thing I suggest is I had to 3D print this little poop chute because the poop will go flying across the room. So it shoots it out and goes straight down. And I printed out these baskets, as you can see. Now, one of the problems I had was the original one I printed out was in PLA, and I print mostly in PLA. So I noticed it was so hot it would get stuck inside of it, inside here. So I actually reprinted these in a PETG, and they don't like each other, so they don't stick. If it's really hot, maybe you'll have one stick here and there, but ever since I've done that, I haven't had an issue. So I suggest you just go ahead and at least print that part, whatever style you use or whatever, in a different filament than what you'll be using all the time. I guess that's pretty much it. There is a lot of wires everywhere, which I don't like, but that's something you're gonna probably have to get used to for now with multicolor printing. Another thing too, I guess I can say, is the camera quality sucks. So even though I did buy the cameras separate, in a way, if you already have really good cameras and you can make your own time-lapse videos, don't even worry about them. Just set it up. Like I have this camera right here, and this is a, this is a Wise. And this is from Wise, W-Y-Z-E. So these Wise cams are great. They'll record in 4K. I think it's like maybe 30 frames per second, maybe more now, 60 frames. I know they have way better cameras now. When I got this one's kind of old. I think it's like version 2 or whatever. But these are great. Or you can get something similar to this and just point it down. And just do your own time lapses. But alright, that's it for now. Like I said, if I had to score these from 1 to 10, I'd probably give it like a solid 7. You know, I still have to do a lot of testing with it, especially some multicolor stuff. But as of right now, I mean, they do run. There are workhorses, so if you had a bunch of these and you're just trying to pump out prints, I think they'll get the job done. And for a fraction of the price of the Bamboo A1. Okay, other than that, I think we're good to go. Alright, man, if y'all have any questions, please feel free to ask. Peace.